पीरियड। रेनेसां पीरियड 1500 से 1660। एलिजाबेथ एज, जैकोबियन एज, कैरोलिन एज। English Renaissance was a cultural, artistic, and intellectual movement in England dating from the late 15th to the early 17th century. The Renaissance was a product of medieval society as it was a reaction against it. The term Renaissance seems to have been first used by the French historian Julius Michelet in his Historien de France published in 1855. After the death of Geoffrey Chaucer in 1400, a century has gone without great literary outputs. This period is known as Barren Age of Literature. The beginning of the English Renaissance is often taken as a convenience to be 1485. When the Battle of Bosworth Field ended the Wars of the Roses and inaugurated the Tudor dynasty with the assassination of King Henry VII. The Renaissance was a revival of classical learning and a flowering of arts and culture, starting in Italy and spreading throughout Europe. Generally, the term Renaissance means reawakening. The two most famous names associated with the beginning of Renaissance in Italy are Petrarch and Boccaccio. The Elizabethan era in the second half of the 16th century is usually regarded as the height of the English Renaissance. The period of Renaissance was notable for rapid expansion in commerce, new scientific discovery, intense political nationalism, and religious controversy. Characteristics of the Renaissance include a renewed interest in classical antiquity, a rise in humanist philosophy, a belief in self, human worth, and individual dignity, and radical changes in ideas about religion, politics, and science. Interrogate, explore, and enjoy. Love and lust for knowledge, beauty, and wealth were prominent spirit in Renaissance. In England, the Renaissance spirit of scientific inquiry is seen in the works of Francis Bacon. His Novum Organum and advancement of learning are the hallmark of English Renaissance. The conflict between modern science and medieval faith, between the spirit of inquiry and the orthodox outlook, can be seen in the plays of Marlowe and Shakespeare, are particularly Dr. Faustus Marlowe and Hamlet Shakespeare. Marlowe has been called the true child of Renaissance. Thomas More's Utopia is considered the true prologue to Renaissance. Most important prose fiction of the Renaissance is Philip Sidney's Arcadia. In Spenser, we have the expression of Renaissance ideal of adventure and active life, which is expressed in the Fairy Queen. Leading Renaissance figures in England are Sir Philip Sidney, William Shakespeare, Edmund Spenser, Thomas More, Christopher Marlowe, John Donne, and Francis Bacon. Leading Renaissance figures in English are Sir Philip Sidney, William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, Edmund Spenser, Thomas More, John Donne, or Francis Bacon. The Renaissance period in the history of English literature is also known as the Elizabethan period or the Age of Shakespeare. It is in fact the golden age in the history of English literature. The Renaissance actually started in Italy by Dante, Boccaccio, and Petrarch. However, it became popular in Europe during the Elizabethan period. The Elizabethan age has been called a nest of singing birds. Instead of looking up to some higher authority for guidance, as we done in the Middle Ages, the writers of the Renaissance period found guidance from within Elizabethan poetry. Sir Thomas White and Earl of Surrey. Sir Thomas White introduced the sonnet in English, whereas Surrey wrote the first blank verse in English. The Earl of Surrey's blank verse is remarkable. Marlowe, Shakespeare, Milton, and many other writers made use of it. Total Song and Sonnets Pakistan is the first printed anthology of English poetry. It contained 40 poems by Surrey and 96 by White. There are 135 by other authors. It was published on June 5, 1557. Sir Thomas Elizabethan poetry. Sir Thomas White and Earl of Surrey. Sir Thomas White introduced the sonnet in England, whereas Surrey wrote the first blank verse in English. The Earl of Surrey's blank verse is remarkable. Marlowe, Shakespeare, Milton, and many other writers made use of it. Total Song and Sonnets 1557 is Total Song and Sonnets 1557 is the first printed anthology of English poetry. It contained 40 poems by Surrey and 96 by White. There were exceptions by other authors. It was published. Total Song and Sonnets was published on June 5, 1557. William Shakespeare wrote 51 sonnets which were collected and published posthumously in 1609. Generally, the sonnets are divided into three groups. The fair youth sonnets, sonnet 1 to 26, 126. The first group of sonnet is addressed to a young man with whom the poet has a deep friendship. The dark lake sonnets 127 से लेकर 152. In the second sequence, the poet becomes infatuated with a mysterious woman. Her relationship with a young man is unclear. The Greek sonnets X53 and X54. The final two sonnets are very different and draw upon the Roman myths of Cupid, to whom the poet has already compared his muses. Sonnet 18, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day, is one of Shakespeare's most famous sonnets. Shakespeare's two long poems, Venus and Adonis, The Rape of Lucrece, are notable. Edmund Spenser has been addressed the poet's poetry. His pastoral poem, The Shepherd's Calendar, is in 12 books, one for each month of the year. It is a series of poems published in 1579 and considered to mark the beginning of English Renaissance in literature. Spenser's Amorti 88 Petrarchan sonnet celebrates his progress of love. The joy of his marriage with Elizabethan Boyle is expressed in his ode Epithalamion. His Prothalamion is written in honor of the double marriage of the daughters of Earl of Worcester. Spenser's allegorical poem, The Faerie Queene, is the greatest achievement. Spenser invented a special meter for the Faerie Queene. The verse has 9 lines and the rhyme plan is AB AB BC BC C. This verse is known as Spensian stanza. Sir Philip Sidney is remembered for his prose romance Arcadia. After Shakespeare's sonnet, Sidney's Astrophel and Stella is considered the finest Elizabethan sonnet cycle. The defense of poesy introduced the critical ideas of Renaissance theorists and to England. John Donne was the chief figure of metaphysical poetry. Donne's poems are noted for its originality and striking image and conceits. Satires, songs, and sonnets. Elegies, The Philea, A Valediction, Forbidding Mourning by John Donne. Satires, songs, and sonnets. Elegies, The Philea by John Donne. A Valediction, John Donne. Forbidding, John Donne. Mourning, John Donne. A Valediction of Weeping, John Donne. The Philea, John Donne. A Valediction, John Donne. Forbidding, John Donne. Forbidding Mourning, John Donne. A Valediction of Weeping, John Donne. Go and Catch a Falling Star, John Donne. Sunny Rising, John Donne. Go and Catch a Falling Star, John Donne. Sunny Rising, John Donne. The Anniversary, It is by John Donne, are his famous works. John Donne's. Michael Drayton and Sir Walter Raleigh are the other important poets of Elizabethan England. Marlowe and Thomas Nash also wrote good number of poems, although their main contribution was in the field. Elizabethan prose. Sir Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon is considered as the father of English essays. Sir Francis Bacon is considered as the father of English essays. His essays, Francis Bacon's essays, first appeared in 1597, the second edition in 1612, and the third edition in 1625. Besides essays, Francis Bacon wrote Novum Organum, written in Latin. The advancement of learning, Francis Bacon, New Atlantis, Francis Bacon University of Henry VII, Francis Bacon. Bacon's popular essays are of truth, of friendship, of love, of travel, of parents and children, of marriage and single life, of anger, of revenge, of death, etc. Francis Bacon's famous essays. Ben Jonson's essays are compiled in the Timber or Discoveries. Ben Jonson's essays are aphoristic like those of Bacon. Johnson is considered as the father of English literary criticism. Elizabethan drama. During the Renaissance period, the most important achievement in English literature was in the field of drama. The dramatists of this Elizabethan golden period include William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, Ben Jonson, Lyly, George Peele, Thomas Kidd, Robert Greene, and others. The English dramas have gone through great transformation in Elizabethan period. The first regular English comedy was Ralph Roister Doister, written by Nicholas Udall. The first English tragedy was Gorboduc in blank verse. The first three acts of Gorboduc written by Thomas Norton and the other two by Thomas Sackville. The university which contributed hugely for the growth of Elizabethan drama. It is the notable group of pioneer English dramatists who wrote during the last 15 years of the 16th century during Renaissance and who transformed the native interlude and chronicle plays with their pledge of quality. The university which include Christopher Marlowe, Robert Greene, and Thomas Nashe, all graduates of Cambridge, as well as Thomas Lodge and George Peele, both of Oxford. Another of Kidd's, though not university trained, was Thomas Kidd, preceded by John Lyly, an Oxford man. They prepared the way for William Shakespeare. The greatest poetic dramatist among them was Marlowe, whose handling of banquets gave the theatre its characteristic voice for the next 50 years. Christopher Marlowe was the greatest of pre-Shakespearean dramatists. Marlowe wrote only tragedies. Marlowe's tragedies' most famous works are Edward II, Tamburlaine the Great, The Jew of Malta, The Massacre at Paris, and Dr. Faustus. Marlowe popularized the blank verse. Ben Jonson called it the mighty line of Marlowe. Ben Jonson introduced the comedy of humors, which portrays the individual as dominated by one marked characteristic. Ben Jonson is best known for his everyman in his humor. Other important plays of Ben Jonson's are Everyman Out of His Humor, Volpone or the Fox, and The Alchemist. John Webster's White Devil and the Duchess of Malfi are important Elizabethan Jacobean drama. Thomas Kidd. The Spanish tragedy is a Shakespearean play. It resembles Shakespeare's Hamlet. Its horrifying plot gave the play a great and lasting popularity. John Lyly is the most widely known as author of prose romance entitled Euphige. The style Lyly used in his Euphige is known as euphemism. William Shakespeare. The early comedies in these immature plays, the plots are not original. The characters are less finished and the style lacks the genius of Shakespeare. They are full of wit and wordplay. Of this type are the Comedy of Errors, Love's Labour's Lost, and the Two Gentlemen of Verona. The English Histories. These plays show a rapid maturing of Shakespeare's technique. His characterization has improved. The plays in this group are Richard II, Henry IV, and Henry V. The mature comedies in this group are Twelfth Night, As You Like It, Much Ado About Nothing. The somber plays in this group are All Well That Ends Well, Measure for Measure, and Troilus and Cressida. These plays show a cynical attitude to life and are realistic in plot. The great tragedies Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, and King Lear are other climax Shakespeare's art. These plays end supreme intensity of emotion, depth of psychological insight, and power of style. The Roman plays Julius Caesar, Antony and Cleopatra, Coriolanus, etc. follow the great tragic period. Unlike Marlowe, Shakespeare is relaxed in the intensity of tragedy. The notable last plays of Shakespeare are Cymbeline, The Winter's Tale, and The Tempest, Shakespeare. The immense power and variety of Shakespeare's work have led to the idea that one man cannot have written it all, yet it must be true that one man did. Thus, Shakespeare remains as the greatest English dramatist even today. In the 17th century came the decline of Renaissance spirit. The writers of that time either imitated the Elizabethan masters or paved new paths. Thomas Dekker, Thomas Middleton, Thomas Dekker, Thomas Middleton, Thomas Heywood, Thomas Dekker, Thomas Heywood, Thomas Middleton, Thomas Dekker, Thomas Middleton, Thomas Heywood, Beaumont and Fletcher, Thomas Nash, Thomas Lodge, Robert Greene and George Peele, etc. are other noted Elizabethan playwrights. Metaphysical poetry. In the book Lives of the Most Eminent English Poets, the author Samuel Johnson made the first use of the word metaphysical poetry. He used the term metaphysical poets to define a huge group of the poets of 17th century. The term metaphysical, as applied to English and continental European poets of the 17th century, was used by Augustan poets John Dryden and Samuel Johnson to reprove those poets for their unnaturalness. This group's most prominent poets include John Donne, founder of metaphysical poetry, Henry Marvell, Abraham Cowley, metaphysical poetry, George Herbert, Henry Vaughan, metaphysical poetry, John Donne, metaphysical poetry, Henry Marvell, Abraham Cowley, George Herbert, Henry Vaughan, Thomas Traherne, Richard Cresson, etc. All of these poets had the same style of wit and conceit in their poetry. Metaphysical poetry is defined as highly intellectualized poetry marked by bold and ingenious conceits, incongruous imagery, complexity and subtlety of thought, frequent use of paradox, and often by deliberate harshness or rigidity of expression. The unusual comparison of things in poetry is one of its unique and most interesting characteristics. All the metaphysicals have ability for unusual witty comparison, juxtaposition, and far-fetched imagery, colloquial style. These unusual comparisons are metaphysical conceits. Some of the great metaphysical poetry works by metaphysical poets include The Philia, The Sun Rising, A Valediction Forbidding Mourning, Death Be Not Proud by John Donne, The Colour, The Play by George Herbert, The Retreat by Henry Vaughan, The Definition of Love, To His Co-Mistress by Henry Marvell, etc. John Donne affects the metaphysics. This is the derogatory remark for John Donne by Dryden in his essay, A Discourse Concerning the Original and Progress of Satire. In his essay, A Discourse Concerning the Original and Progress of Satire. The 17th century's literature is divided into two periods, the Puritan Age or the Age of Milton, which is further divided into Jacobean and Caroline periods. After the names of rulers James I and Charles I, who rules from 1603-1605 and 1625-1649, and the Restoration period or the Age of Dryden, 1617. Jacobean literature. The Jacobean era was the period in English and Scottish history that coincides with the reign of James VI of Scotland, who also inherited the crown of England in 1613 as James I. The Jacobean age lasted from 1613 to 1625 in England and from 1567 to 1625 in Scotland. रेनेसां पीरियड में कौन कौन ऑथर थे वो देखेंगे हम। रेनेसां पीरियड में कौन कौन ऑथर थे देखिए मार्लो, रेनेसा पीरियड। स्पेंसर, फिलिप सिडनी, तो फिलिप सिडनी, सर फिलिप सिडनी, रेनेसा, सर फिलिप सिडनी, विलियम शेक्सपियर, स्पेंसर, मार्लो, फिलिप सिडनी, स्पेंसर, बेन जॉनसन, मार्लो, स्पेंसर, मार्लो, फ्रांसिस बेकन, जॉन डन, क्रिस्टोफर मार्लो, थॉमस मोर, क्रिस्टोफर मार्लो, जॉन डन, फ्रांसिस बेकन, एडमंड स्पेंसर, शेक्सपियर, फिलिप सिडनी आर रेनेसा पीरियड राइटर ऑथर। अब देखिए दांते, बकेशियो, पेट्रार्क इसमें ही थे। एलिजाबेथन पोइट्री में कौन कौन? टोटल, थॉमस वाइट, अर्ल ऑफ सरे एलिजाबेथन पीरियड की है। टोटल सॉन्ग एंड सोनेट एलिजाबेथन पोइट्री है।